Now, this war that is unfolding in Ukraine is actually rewriting history and is paving the way for a new world order. Millions of people have been displaced and economic fallout due to this war continues without any solution in sight, like the food crisis that is looming across the world. Now, we're talking of a crisis, but many countries are already facing the ramifications of this food crisis that has been sparked by Russian invasion into Ukraine. The Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin regarding this issue. He accepted that this issue exists, but he's refused to take the fault for it. Moscow blames this entire crisis on Western sanctions on Russia.
Poi io ho terminato dicendo che poi dovrò chiamare il Presidente Zelensky e vedere se c'è un'analoga disponibilità a procedere in questa direzione. È un'iniziativa che ho sentito il dovere di prendere per la gravità della crisi umanitaria che può toccare poi i più poveri del mondo. Speriamo. Ma a me interessa una questione più definita, più piccola, che è quella di cercare di vedere se si riescono a sbloccare questi enormi quantitativi di grano nei porti del Mar Nero, nei porti dell'Ucraina e del Mar Nero.
Now, this is how it is actually playing out. War in one country would affect trade and diplomacy globally unless you are the United States of America, which believes in hoarding, whether it be COVID-19 vaccines or food imports. But for the rest of the world, they are waiting for the crisis to in fact explode. Because Ukraine happens to be one of the largest exporters of wheat, corn, sunflower oil and also fertilizers. But with ports having been blocked, much of that flow to the rest of the world has been halted. Russia itself is a significant grain exporter, but this blockade is a form of a revenge. Putin is hitting back against the barrage of sanctions that have been imposed on Russia by the West. But this blame game is not going to help end the crisis. When the West imposes sanctions, it knew about the consequences that were to come with it. And this is just one amongst the consequences that is now hitting the rest of the world. So does that mean that the United States and its allies were not prepared with a plan B? Washington has said that food, fertilizer and seeds are exempted from sanctions, which is why there shouldn't be a shortage. But does the West expect Russia to be reasonable here? Did the United States really believe that Russia will send grains to the same countries that are inflicting financial losses on the nation? The World Trade Organization says that nearly about 25 million tons of grain are in Ukraine's storage, and another 25 million tons could be harvested by next month. European countries have tried to export the grains by rail, but trains can only carry a small fraction of what Ukraine produces. The truth is, ships are needed for the bulk of the exports, and that is only possible once the war ends. But with 3 months having been done the war and the 4th month ongoing, the uncertainty as to when this war will end and when will the food crisis that has been sparked by this war be eased are questions for which no one has an immediate answer. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.